Ordinary places, everyday people. We have come. Well, you have come. Me, I'm still recovering from surgery. I wish I could be with you tonight, but I can't. But I'm with you in spirit. We have come. Faithful? Well, we may not feel all that faithful at times, but you know what Jesus said about just a little bit of faith, a mustard seed of faith. Interesting things can happen. We have come faithful, joyful, and triumphant. Well, for some of us, yes. Others of us, this has not been an easy road to travel recently. I know that's my case, and it may be for some of you all as well. But still, we are here. Whether that joy or that triumph is future tense, I'm glad you're here. And I want to extend an invitation. Actually, it's going to come in two parts. I extend an invitation for you to use this time, yes, to appreciate the old story of Christmas, but also to allow yourself to reflect, to ponder in your heart as you ponder the story like Mary did, but ponder in your heart the past year of your life. through and try to imaginatively perceive how God might have been involved in your journey to this point. I believe that God is there in all of our journeys, even and maybe especially in the rough roads we travel. Just think about it, ponder it, put that in the back of your mind, and allow yourself just to reflect as you think back, and maybe use that to think ahead to the year to come. How God might be involved in the road up ahead. We have come faithful, even if just a mustard seed of faith and a bit of joy. And maybe the victory of one step at a time to this time and this place. That's my invitation. Now, we're going to sing a few verses of O Come, Emmanuel. And let me just remind you that word from a different language, actually. Emmanuel means God with us. Because that's kind of the story behind Christmas. God is with us. As surely as God was with those long ago recorded in the Bible. God is with you. God is with us. Ponder that as you sing. Me again. God is with us in ordinary places, everyday people. The second part of my invitation is for us to be pondering how the story of Christmas is really rather ordinary, every day. I mean, think about it for a minute. The story as we have received it didn't take place in a temple. It didn't take place in a holy place like that, nor in a synagogue. It took place, in a young woman's room, in the room of this man who had committed his life to her, but had not yet married her. It took place, and just as relatives got together, a young woman and her older cousin. The Christmas story happened on the road. On the road where we spend much of our time, don't we? Especially at this time of year. The story of Christmas did not take place in some fancy hotel. Took place where animals are kept. A barn, a stable, a cave, however you think of it. It took place out in the field. Consider that. And who were some of the main characters? Well, shepherds, of all people. Shepherds, for heaven's sake. Shepherds drawn to a manger. An ordinary place. Everyday people. As we remember this story, we're not going to go much further than that because, the coming of the Magi did not happen on Christmas. Remember the proverbial 12 days of Christmas? That comes later. Ordinary places. Everyday people. Listen to the story. Ponder it in your heart, along with your own life. God was at work. God is still at work. Listen again, as if for the first time, to the old, old story, my brothers and sisters.